What is an atom? Now imagine cutting that tiny grain in half, then cutting the half again. How small could you go? Is there a point where you can't cut anymore? He called that smallest indivisible piece the atom. This law, also known as the law of definite proportions, was given by Joseph Proust. It states that a chemical compound always contains the same elements in a fixed proportion by mass. For example, no matter where you get your water from, whether it's from a river, the sea, or a bottle, it will always have hydrogen and oxygen in the same ratio by mass. In water, the mass of hydrogen and oxygen is always in the ratio of 1:8. This means that for every 1 gram of hydrogen, there are 8 grams of oxygen in the compound. This ratio remains the same no matter where the water comes from. Here is a visual representation of the law of conservation of mass. Notice how the number of atoms stays the same before and after the reaction. The 2 hydrogen molecules and 1 oxygen molecule rearrange to form water, but no atoms are lost or gained. This is why the total mass remains constant. Let's now illustrate the law of constant proportions. This water molecule, H2O, contains 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. The mass ratio of hydrogen to oxygen is always 1:8. No matter how you create the water, this mass ratio stays the same. In this visual, we have water from different sources: river, tap, and bottled water. No matter where the water comes from, the hydrogen to oxygen mass ratio remains 1:8. This fixed ratio is what the law of constant proportions explains. Here's an interactive diagram where you can drag and drop atoms to build a water molecule. Remember, water is always made of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom, which means the mass ratio will always be constant.